What's up, guys? Happy Friday. We got another banger here today. So let's get into it.
I grew up thinking that the thing that guys were most attracted to with women was the girls on top of the girls, the cherries on your chest. And I was not blessed with such things, so I didn't really find myself very desirable as a young girl. And even now, I'm kind of confused why I have so many people that want to see me naked. To be fair, this is fake, as you may have known. Like, I really push them up so much to pretend that I have something that I don't. But to be fair, what I lack in the front, I do make up for in the back. So I do have a dump truck, so at least I have that going for me.
I'm gonna pretend you're the New York Knicks.
Says the OF girl. I mean, she's talking about the old cherries and dump truck routine. And here's the harsh truth. If you think your value is tied to what's on your chest or your ass, you've probably been duped by the very society you claim to resent. Men who chase after you aren't interested in the real you, they're just window shopping. Because feminism told women they could sell their sexuality while demanding respect. But respect doesn't come with just fake push-up bras or twerking on Instagram, or selling your body on OnlyFans. Real men value substance and not a facade. Your confusion isn't flattering, it's evidence of how warped dating culture has become.
Guys, the men here are starting to scare me. So I went on a date with someone on Friday. We had a good day, we really got on, went for a few drinks, we were talking for hours. He dropped me home, had a little kiss, my first kiss in this city. He has to see me again, so we set a date this week. So that was on Friday. Left him, goodbye, whatever. Saturday comes. I don't hear from him. But he's put up a story on his Instagram of him cooking up a storm, barbecuing, grilling and chilling with a female voice in the back. Okay, cool, fine. We've only been on one date. You do you, but you put that on your story. Anyway, Sunday comes. I've still not heard from him. Not a peep. Literally not a peep. Monday comes. I get a text Monday afternoon. What's up with you? What's up with me? So I've not heard from you all weekend. You were cooking up a storm on Saturday. So I went round all the hospitals checking for you. With your face, have you seen this man? Because that's the only possible explanation why you haven't messaged. Like, do men here expect to be chased by women? Because they're acting real sassy.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
So let's really get this straight. You went on one date, kissed a guy, and now you expect daily check-ins like he's your emotional butler. I mean, men have lives outside of stroking your ego, and your entitlement is really showing here. I mean, if he's grilling with another woman, that's his business. Because the courtship process isn't about chasing someone who clearly overestimates her worth. And the real sassy one here isn't him, it's you for thinking he owes you constant attention. I mean, ladies, if you're not exclusive, don't act like you're a possessive partner after a single date, because the West has fucked that up. There are some cultures after one date, yeah, you are either boyfriend, girlfriend, or you're nothing, but not in the West. And again, as I've said before in the past, respect works both ways.
That whole flirting versus harassment meme is so true, and I'm so guilty of reinforcing it. A perfect example of this is when I was at Coachella a few weeks ago. I was at the silent disco after party after night one. This dude comes up to me, starts chatting me up. We're having a full-on conversation. I would say we're hitting it off. Now, in his defense, I don't remember entirely if the conversation had gotten flirty at this point in time. But he straight up asks me, "What's your fetish?" And then I tell him it's gay dudes. But then when I think back at this conversation, I'm like, if he weren't 6'2" and ripped and had a beautiful face, I would have thought he was a fucking creep. Like, if some ugly dude that you've known for 10 minutes turns to you and asks you what your fetish is, don't tell me you're not going to go running in the opposite direction. So yeah, unfortunately, hot guys can get away with more. And I am for sure complicit in this.
And here's the plot twist. It's not harassment if the guy is hot. Go figure. I mean, really, this is peak female privilege. You admit to a double standard where attractive men get a pass for behavior that would brand someone else a creep or even something worse. And you think this is funny. This mentality is why men are opting out of the game entirely. If men have to pass your arbitrary looks test to be treated decently, why bother? So guys, just take note, the system is rigged. So play smarter or don't play at all.
Listen, I know what it feels like to go out and feel invisible to men. Like you are not getting looks, or maybe you're getting looks, but no one's ever approaching you. I know what it feels like to go out and men are checking out your friends, but you're completely overlooked. I could never figure out why this was happening to me, and I was at my wit's end because I wanted men to approach me, and I was always the one getting looks but never getting approached, and I felt so lonely and so hopeless about my ability to ever meet someone outside of the dating apps. So here's the thing, I'm a coach, and I got to work using my tools to rewire my brain and to shift my energy around men, and a crazy thing happened. I became the hot girl. Like, I became the girl who was showing up to stuff and men were like circling me. Men started flirting with me, opening doors for me, buying me drinks, giving me numbers. And you know what the really crazy part of this is I didn't actually change that much. But what I did change was my energy. I changed my thoughts. I changed how I saw myself, and I changed my level of openness when I went out of my house. So if you resonate with this, I want you to know one thing. This can be changed. This is not your fate. But it is your fault in the most helpful way possible, because you are projecting a level of closed offness and you are not presenting yourself as somebody who is approachable. And this is both in your energy and in the way you're actually physically carrying yourself and interacting with people. Because when you shift your energy and you shift the way that you're thinking, then your actions just naturally change from there. So in order to create this change for yourself, you need to change 3 things. Number 1 is your energy, and you do that by addressing the thoughts, the sabotaging patterns in your life that are causing you to close off energetically and close off your heart. This is your past wounds, your past hurts, your bitterness, your lack of a sense of worthiness, the areas where you struggle with your confidence. Because when you're carrying all of that around, your fears of getting hurt and opening up are causing you to feel closed off to men. And yes, people sense this about you. We are all sensing each other's energy all the freaking time. So like I said before, when you shift this, you naturally start presenting yourself as someone who is more open. And this is the second thing that you need to shift, is your openness cues. This literally means that when you go out, you're smiling at people, you're saying hi, you're flirting a little bit, you're having open body language. There's a lot of different ways that you can do this. And the third thing you got to change is the way that you carry yourself. This is your confidence. This is the way that you walk around. This is the way that you shift from maybe being a little bit quirky to a little bit more graceful. It's slowing down in the moment and letting yourself being a little bit more mysterious and alluring. It's being the one who's not afraid to strike up a conversation with a guy you think is cute. Because confident girls aren't scared to make the first move. Listen, I get how tempting it is to think that you've just lost it and men aren't attracted to you. And your brain's going to come up with so many reasons to justify that. You don't have the perfect body, you're too old, you have kids. I know where your brain takes this. But honest to God, none of that is true. So if you want help becoming that magnetic hot girl that's drawing the guys, no matter what obstacles you have to fight through, I can help you. I'm Jenny. I'm a life and dating coach who's helped myself and tons of other clients break their sabotaging dating patterns and find quality love for themselves through doing work just like this.
You're a damaged goods lady.
Perfect body, old, kids. Sounds like somebody's speaking from experience there. But really, I mean, now it's men's fault for not approaching you. The mental gymnastics is absolutely unreal here. You rewired your brain and suddenly became hot, like you're changing a D battery out of your ass. What you really did was stop scaring men off with that desperate, closed off energy, feelings, attitude, whatever the hell you want to call it. But here's a brutal truth. Real men aren't drawn to fake confidence or energy shifts. They want someone that's authentic and not someone pretending to be approachable while secretly scheming for attention. And let's not ignore the irony is you became the hot girl by doing exactly what men are told not to, which is change yourself for validation.
Stop. I have a question, and it's for both men and women alike, so I need you both to chime in because I have heard from a shocking number of friends and clients lately that men are suddenly starting to ask at the end of like a first date, how you would rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, like how you rated the date, how you rated their behavior or them as a person, I guess, and what they could have done better. And it always comes at the most awkward time, apparently. And I need to know more. Who told you to do this? Why are you doing it? Are you getting good information? Have you gotten second dates after asking this question? Because I know for most of the women I've talked to, it's a huge turnoff. Like any chemistry that you might have developed early on in the date, you can go ahead and chuck it in the trash because they are really weirded out by this question. It's one thing to ask for, any sort of feedback in general, like when something ends. I think that's valid. Hey, is there something that I did that, could have made this connection better, or like where I messed up?
Cut her loose, dude. She's a handful.
So basically asking for a rating on a date, it's awkward, but let's not ignore the broader issues. Women have been hypocritical of men for decades, and men now feel they have to measure up in every possible way, and this is the result. Feminism turned into a toxic blame game where men are always at fault and women demand perfection. And you're not mad because men are asking for feedback or you're asking for feedback. You're just mad that the script's been flipped. So guys, stop chasing these impossible standards. Get your passport, find someone traditional, and leave you self-entitled critics wondering why they're all alone.
Will blame everybody but themselves for the fact that they can't find a quality woman.
Well, let's just breeze by the fact that for a lot of men that actually have standards, there certainly is a lack of quality women out there.
Like they'll say, feminism has ruined dating. No, it hasn't.
Well, toxic feminism that actually is only about disparaging men certainly has.
If you can't reach the bar that women have set for themselves, just say that.
And if someone doesn't understand that a lot of men actually have standards that a lot of women out there simply can't reach, just say that.
Because the first step to doing better is admitting that you have a problem.
Ooh, I think I see the problem.
So if you admit that you have a problem and you better yourself and you become a good enough person that you can reach those standards that women have set for themselves, then you won't have a problem anymore.
Yeah, one of the main problems is that a lot of women require men to be over 6 foot tall, have a 6-figure income, and spoil them like little princesses when they don't actually deserve it. Yeah, that's one of the problems.
It's not feminism that ruined it, it's you.
It's always the men's fault, isn't it? Problem is, it takes two.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yep, I'll leave Lady J with a final word on those clips there. Well, guys, it's another video. Modern dating is a dumpster fire. Feminism, toxic entitlement, and unfair court system has made men walk away. Women demand perfection while offering little in return, and the system rewards bad behavior. And guys, stop playing the rigged game. Build your life, set standards, and explore your options abroad if needed. The power shift is happening. It's time for men to wake up. Relationships aren't worth a headache unless mutual respect and effort exists. So protect your time and your sanity. Well, guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below on what you think. I will catch you on the next one. Have a safe 4th of July tonight. Don't do anything that I would do or wouldn't do. Anything bad. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on Monday. Peace.